The geopolitical landscape concerning Russia and the West is in constant flux. Recent reports suggest a potential shift in US policy with the possibility of easing sanctions imposed on Russia. This development comes amidst ongoing diplomatic efforts by the Trump administration, including direct talks with President Putin and proposed peace plans for Ukraine. However, this potential policy shift has raised concerns among some Western allies, particularly in Europe. The potential easing of sanctions, even if linked to a ceasefire in Ukraine, has significant implications. It could be perceived as a win for Russia and weaken the West's united front. Moreover, any unilateral action by the US risks undermining the efforts of its European partners who have been instrumental in maintaining economic pressure on Russia. The situation is further complicated by the strained relationship between the US and Ukraine. Disagreements over aid and other issues create uncertainty about the future direction of US involvement in the region. These factors highlight the delicate balance and the need for careful consideration of all potential consequences. The potential for sanctions relief has sparked debate and uncertainty. While some argue that it could pave the way for a diplomatic solution, others fear it might embolden Russia and undermine the West's leverage. The situation remains fluid, and its outcome will significantly impact the future of Russia-West relations. While Russia has shown resilience in the face of sanctions, its economy remains vulnerable. The country has adapted through measures like parallel imports, seeking alternative markets, and bolstering domestic production. Despite these efforts, the impact of sanctions is undeniable. Key sectors like finance and energy have been hit, with limited access to international capital markets and restricted technology imports. Russia's economic growth has slowed and inflation remains a concern. The Kremlin's own surveys reveal that Russian businesses are eager for sanctions relief, particularly concerning import restrictions and cross-border payments. The desire for relief highlights the effectiveness of the sanctions regime in impacting Russia's economic calculations. While Russia has managed to mitigate some of the negative effects, it has come at a cost. Maintaining and strategically strengthening these sanctions remain crucial in exerting pressure on Russia and achieving a lasting resolution to the current geopolitical standoff. The economic realities facing Russia underline the potential leverage that the West, particularly Europe, possesses. By continuing to target key sectors and working in unison with international partners, Europe can maintain pressure on Russia and influence its decision-making process. Europe stands at a critical juncture. The potential easing of US sanctions presents both a challenge and an opportunity. While a united front remains essential, Europe must be prepared to take a leading role in maintaining economic pressure on Russia. Europe's leverage lies in its economic strength and its ability to impact key Russian sectors. Maintaining and even strengthening existing sanctions, particularly in finance, energy, and high-technology imports, is crucial. Targeting sectors where Russia is most reliant on European partners can exert significant pressure on the Russian economy. Furthermore, Europe should explore new avenues for expanding sanctions. This includes targeting individuals and entities complicit in human rights abuses or corruption, further isolating Russia from the global financial system and reducing dependence on Russian energy exports. However, Europe must also act strategically. Sanctions should be designed to maximize pressure on the Russian government while minimizing unintended consequences for European businesses and citizens. Open communication, clear objectives, and a coordinated approach are essential to ensure the effectiveness and sustainability of sanctions. The impact of sanctions is amplified when implemented and maintained collectively. Europe must rally its international partners, including the US, UK, Canada, and Japan, to present a united front against Russia's actions. Coordinated action sends a powerful message of resolve and makes it more difficult for Russia to circumvent sanctions. Joint efforts should focus on closing loopholes in existing sanctions regimes, sharing intelligence to identify and target key individuals and entities, and providing economic support to Ukraine. A united front also strengthens the West's negotiating position and demonstrates a commitment to upholding international norms and principles. Europe should leverage its diplomatic channels to engage with other countries, particularly those that have remained neutral or hesitant to take a strong stance against Russia. By fostering dialogue, addressing concerns, and highlighting the shared benefits of a rules-based international order, Europe can build a broader coalition to counter Russia's aggressive actions.